So we're going to turn the page to NBA stuff, right?
We got a few minutes of Donovan Mitchell before we get headlines. We'll bring Tyvis in. We got the Quell. Mitchell not playing tonight against Denver. Jay, as you alluded to earlier, a bit of a white flag game tonight. They got a 6-game road trip on the West Coast. They're going to sit out tonight.
Right.
Is Garland playing?
Last night.
No.
He out too.
Darius is also out.
Too.
Mobley, you better be pulling up. Evan Mobley, if you listening, you better be ISOing on that corner doing. Evan
I want
Mobley.
40 from him tonight.
I think this could be a double-digit loss. I think the Cavs probably know that going in. Your two Stallions are watching. That's never a good thing. Here's what we want to talk about, because I was surprised he was 10th. But the NBA, and on NBA.com, they have their MVP ladder.
Every Monday, so this came out before 71.
I know it was.
So
I know.
It's going to be a little different next week. But
but I'm still just surprised, even to his body of work before a Monday, that he would be that low. So the NBA.com, they do an MVP ladder. It's basically sort of in-progress ranking 1 to 10 on where things go for the MVP. And he was 10th, which I just thought, forget the 71. I just thought that he had done enough to at least be, in my view, in the top 6.
Well, who was in front?
Let's see if we can name them.
Yeah.
Can you name them off the top without looking?
So I looked at number 1.
Giannis.
So it's Giannis?
Jokic.
Luka. Tatum.
Kevin Durant.
I don't know if Durant is.
Oh, wait, breaking news, guys. It has been updated this morning. It updates on Fridays. Not.
Wonderful. Where is he?
7th.
Wow, so he jumped up 3 spots.
Tied for 7th.
Okay.
It currently goes Jokic at 1, Tatum at 2, Durant at 3, Luka at 4, Giannis at 5,
I'm stunned
Embiid
Giannis
6,
is that low.
Morant and Mitchell tied for 7th, Jaylen Brown 9th, Zion at 10.
So who are you putting him ahead of?
Ooh.
And by the way, the numbers this season, Mitchell's averaging 29.3, 4 and 4. They're putting up NBA NBA 2K video game like numbers.
Giannis is averaging 33, 12, and 5.
To me, Giannis is the guy. I can't believe he's 5. I just think he's the MVP.
Luka's averaging 34, 9, and 9.
It's been amazing.
That's impossible.
Durant's averaging 37 and 6, and they've been on fire.
Right.
Tatum's averaging 31, 8, and 4.
This is crazy.
And Jokic is averaging 25, 11, and 10. He's averaging he's a half a assist shy of averaging a triple.
And LeBron nowhere to be seen.
And LeBron
is nowhere to be seen, but Tyvis is, and Tyvis has to join this conversation.
Tyvis, I know where.
Pop up Tyvis, please.
Oh, my goodness.
There's an also receiving votes from 11 to 15. LeBron's in that.
He is. So he's in the top 15 then.
Yeah.
We see you, Ty. We see you, bro. I'm with you, though. On this particular argument, I'm not saying GOAT all-time great. I'm saying that I still think he is the most unstoppable player in the NBA right now.
Tyvis, don't talk because you're log off, log back in. Your audio's not connected.
Your audio's
think about Milwaukee. Their second-best player, Chris Middleton. How many games has he played?
I know.
10,
How
5,
many?
6.
He's played 9 games. Yeah. So they have, they're 2 games out of first or whatever it is.
Yeah.
With their second-best players basically missed the whole first half.
Scoring, listen, this is Alex English days.
Well,
y'all guys want to run up.
Bernard King.
It's not even that. They've rewritten all the rules so that you can score all day now. They've taken the emphasis off of defense in this league to sell to the mass market, and they're doing that by points.
And it's worked.
Yeah.
And so it's worked to that standpoint. But now this where it doesn't work. This where it doesn't work at. It doesn't work at from this standpoint. When we get to these playoffs, and you got to stop somebody.
Yep.
And you can't stop somebody.
That's why I
what's
think
going
it
to be a
might make the
problem.
playoffs more exciting, because usually you look at 1 through 8 and chalk doesn't always hold, but your 1s and 2s are usually in the finals. But I was going to ask you that, Brad, because it's almost two different sports. Mm-hmm. One is a free-for-all, go get all the points you can, but we know that is absolutely not the way it goes in the playoffs. So that's why I actually like the Cavaliers, because I think the Cavs can play defense when they absolutely have to.
Well, I tell you that it's a work in progress. I listen to what JB says after every game when I'm doing the broadcast, that I don't think they bought into it as much as he would have liked them to be, because he knows where this is trending to. Right now, this league is set up so now, like, the more clicks I get online for the flashier stuff I do, that's what I like, right? The thing that's been impressive the last 2 games is that when they've needed to get stops, they found a way to get them.
Yes.
And that's how you win, right? Yeah, it's for show. It's for theater. But when we get down to the real nitty-gritty, these top 8 teams, you better
That, by the way, is why I think Giannis is the MVP.
You better be able to, because here, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo,
when he wants to
that's
get
a freight
to the
train
hole,
coming at you.
He's almost unstoppable when he decides, I'm going to take this thing over.
I do think Luka Doncic deserves a lot of
Luka's
credit.
great,
I
too.
mean, he's got nobody on that team. I mean, who's their second best player? I don't even know who it
Christian
is.
Wood is the answer.
Oh,
second.
my
I think
God.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
No, he's not there anymore, right?
No,
Yeah,
he's on Dallas, but Christian Wood's their second best player.
Yeah, so they got, so this is what it is.
I mean, that guy's crazy good.
Getting back to Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
I will just tell you, it has not been a surprise to me. I told you I used to stay up late and watch him in Utah. And
But
so
he's playing his best basketball,
But
isn't he?
you put him around better talent. He's got much better talent than he had in Utah.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he had a great big man,
And
though.
now the other thing is he's been energized again. He's been energized to sit here and say, okay. And you see, when you really see the super performances are this. It seems to be when Darius is out, you see the super performances.
He goes Super Saiyan. He go level 2 when he out. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. Y'all can push him up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if you listen and you look at the Cavs fans in general, Cavs got a great home court advantage, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all can get him pushed up because if you think about it, I think they'd be giving the MVP away in about after the All-Star break, March.
Yeah.
When you get them little couple 20 games and you start to figure out whether you're gonna clinch, I think they give the MVP away during that time. They're looking at it, and it makes more sense because now you wanna rush, you wanna figure out where you stack. And last year the Cavs collapsed down the backstretch. This year, with his mentality, they're not gonna.
Oh, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
That's not
Well,
happening.
let me ask you this, Brad.
Yeah.
And we got Tyvus, by the way. Whenever we want to
Okay,
bring him in.
let me just ask Brad this because you talk about what JB's been saying that he's not happy. Like I know this last game was a low-scoring game, but before that, their defense has been pretty awful the last few games,
Yeah.
right? And I know, as you said,
Can you
in
see it?
general in the league, the defense hasn't been great.
Yeah.
But with these veteran teams, you have more confidence. Well, we know they can turn it on because they've done it before in the playoffs. But like, how confident are you that this team's defense is going to be good enough in the playoffs, especially in the backcourt?
Well, I'll say this, that, there has to be a commitment. Defensively, has to be a commitment made. And I don't think that commitment has been there on a nightly basis. The other thing I thought they were one piece away. I think they're 2 pieces away, right?
Oh, so
I think-
when did you upgrade them pieces?
Yeah,
Well,
I thought they just needed to come out.
when I didn't see the defensive stops, right?
Right.
Right, because I know what wins down the stretch. I know what fails during the season, but that isn't also what wins down the stretch because
Right.
in order to be deep in the playoff, you got to stop people.
Even though they held off the Bucks, Giannis still made a furious charge.
And now he's on with us.
It's Giannis, so I don't know
Right,
why
boy.
you saying that like it's not, the best player in the NBA. I mean, yeah, of course, Giannis is hard to stop, but isn't the Cavs like a top 5 team in defense, or did they drop?
They were.
It was
I haven't
number
looked at
1.
that
I think they're actually still number 1 in
Here.
points
You
per
st-
game
you
allowed.
st- You stay on the gridiron. You stay on the gridiron, all right?
You
Stay
know,
out,
no,
stay out of my
what-
space
I'm-
here.
Stay in your lane.
Stay out of your
I'm
space
glad.
here.
I'm glad that you're saying it because it ties in. And when me and Bull was arguing about football, about how deep the
Because you,
so I'm the defense is not.
Tyvus, you know this, right? When you're left with the last group standing, here, Ohio State, what could they do down the stretch here? We up double figures. We couldn't get a stop.
Yep.
You couldn't get a stop.
Now why you
Well, one of the biggest.
gotta-
It's one of the biggest travesties that ever happened in NCAA football
I
this year.
moved past
Big time.
I moved past it.
But in any sport types, you got to get a stop at some point.
Sure.
And
Guys.
if you can't, it's a problem.
Guys, let me throw a grenade into this right now.
Okay, roll down.
Because isn't this all leading to the Cavs maybe win around this year? Maybe they get to the Eastern Conference Finals next year. And then LeBron comes back and is the final piece to the championship.
That's a grenade.
Yes.
I mean, isn't that where this is going?
That's a grenade.
I know there's some fans that are
And
like,
then
I
retires.
want to win without LeBron. You know what? I just want the Cavs to win. I don't
Yeah.
care, And LeBron's going to be a free agent after next season, and that feels like the timeline when the Cavs are going to win a championship.
And I also feel like things are moving in that direction.
It does feel that
Do you
way.
think LeBron is
He's
going
going
to
to-
another
he's
year
going
in the
to
Lakers
Utah.
like that?
He's going to Utah.
Yeah, I can see LeBron living in Salt Lake.
I'm not-
Come on.
They got like 4 picks in the draft. I'm sure one of them will be Bronny.
So do you think,
Tyvus, No black man would ever choose to live in Utah. Are you crazy?
Facts.
Karl Malone.
Well, go back and look at what Donovan Mitchell said about his time there.
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone.
Come on now.
Karl Malone
So
really blacked out.
Karl Malone didn't have a great career in Utah?
Yeah, but no.
Dwayne
Karl Malone's dead to
Dwayne
me.
Wade owns it. He owns a part of it.
Man, I'm gonna tell you
You ain't
what.
what best
I
friend?
could see LeBron James not forcing himself out of LA after this year, if it don't look any better.
I mean,
I can
why
see it.
would he sign? I don't understand what he
The
was
only
doing.
problem is
I
in
don't
a
either.
trade. I think for the Cavs, they need to get him as a free agent and not a trade, don't they?
Yeah, they can't give up pieces. They
I
don't have,
agree.
you know,
Right.
Be surprised what people will do.
You never know.
Can we get a
Never know.
3-team trade?
You know, I'm a trade that need that. A trade that needs to happen. Dame Lillard gets traded to the Bucks because he wants to play with Giannis.
I'm gonna need you.
Yeah, do you want a space
His
shuttle for
contract is
Christmas
way,
too?
they can't have 2 double supermaxes though.
No.
He's making like $300 million.
Well,
a
listen,
year.
we
Giannis
will
contract
give
not
up
a year.
everybody but Giannis. All we need is those two. And yes, we as
So you, when did you become a Bucks guy?
Are you out of your mind, Tyvis?
I know you're a Bucks guy.
We've known that
I know,
for a long
I know you're a
time.
Bucks
Bad
guy.
internet connection's also messing with his
Yeah, we
brain
got it.
functions.
Yeah, it is.
The
Tyvis,
Bucks
you're-
have won a championship with the team they have.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Middleton's a hell of a player.
No,
I know
no.
he's been hurt.
Wait a
but-
minute. Let me log out and come back. Hold on.
Log
Wait
out.
a minute.
All right, go
I need you to
Tyvis,
upgrade-
when you log out,
I
come
need you
back,
to
run into
upgrade your
headphones.
By the way,
internet.
I
Move on.
thought for a football player, Tyvis would have bigger arms than he does.
Wow.
He's a
Shots
defense-
fired.
He's a defensive back.
Shots fired.
I mean, I've got more guns than Tyvis does.
He's a big defensive back, though. We're gonna get to headlines next. So when Tyvis comes in,
All right, we'll do his
real
last.
quick though,
Wanna-
I did put in the chat in the rundown of the 6 young stars. Real quick, we're waiting for Tyvis.
Yeah.
Where do you rank Mitchell among the 6? And for the people,
And we're
wondering,
going like Giannis,
It was
Jokic.
Mitchell, Jokic,
Luka.
Luka, Tatum, Giannis, Ja Morant. Those 6.
Okay.
Where do you put Mitchell?
I
on that
love
list?
him, but I'd still put him 5 ahead of Ja Morant. That's it.
I'm with you. I do think he's better than Ja, but not by much.
Yeah.
I think they're
I
very
mean, they're all
close.
fantastic.
I think they're
Yeah.
the same.
I
Almost
think
the
they're the
dude.
same people.
They're same dude.
Same.
Yeah,
same
they're very similar.
Same effect.
You know what jumps out
You
to me
can't
at
put
that
him
list?
ahead of Luka or Jokic.
Three
or
of those
Giannis.
are